Hello, my love. Lovely neighbor. How have you been? It's been a while, hasn't it? I've missed you since the last time we talked. Yeah, I know we talked this morning, but it wasn't really a long conversation, was it? No, I mean, just like half an hour. Barely could be considered long enough for two people who have our special type of relationship. The sort of very friendly neighbors that, well, are almost as close as family, or maybe even closer. Am I making this awkward? Sorry, my bad. Well, no, if I'm bothering you, please feel free to tell me, or just close the door in my face. You can even slam it as hard as you can so I get the message of you hating every moment of interaction between us, and that deep down you wish I get hit by a car or fall off stairs so you never have to listen to my disgusting, annoying voice or see my ugly face. Just close the door and don't bother to open it again. If you hear me crying or anything, it's just that I often cry out of the blue, just randomly start weeping and tearing up. It's not like it's related to you rejecting my friendship, my presence, or my bare existence. I am not bothering you. Oh, that's good. Good to know. No, sorry, it just looks a bit like that because all this time you've been standing there in the entrance of your house, holding the door, not inviting me in, looking at me with the same eyes my parents look at me whenever I got a bad grade or got fired from a job or disappointed them in any other way. The eyes of, why do you even exist? Oh, well, it must have been my imagination then. Sorry. Oh no, please don't feel forced to invite me in. Well, okay then. So, tell me, have you eaten the cookies I made for you last Friday? Oh, really? I'm so glad. Most of the time I just decide not to show you any of the snacks I bake for you, for fear of you finding them disgusting and throwing them away, and telling me you ate them out of courtesy, but then I walk away from your house and find them in the trash. I feel betrayed and hurt, and like I'm useless for not even be able to bake some decent cookies for the person I look forward to like them. And then I just look at them for a few minutes, or maybe an hour, thinking if they're good enough to give to you, but doubts get heavy, crawl deep in my thoughts, and then I decide they're not that good, and I just think of throwing them, but I feel like wasting food is horrible, so I ate them all myself, and I've done this so many times, I'm already gaining weight, and I'm not the type of person that looks good with extra weight. It all goes to the wrong places, and I am already a bit fat. Or at least I like to think I am, just a bit fat. Maybe I'm a bit overconfident and actually I'm fatter than I think, and maybe that's part of the reason I've been single for so long and why no man ever shows any sort of interest in me. Did I ever tell you that I once had a boyfriend I proposed to? No? Never? Well, good. 'Cause telling you about it would have made me look creepy. Well, I already told you, didn't I? I mean, I just brought it up. Yes, it was. A man. A good man. A kind man. As kind as to go out with someone like me. When I proposed, however, he looked at me like I was a pile of rotting garbage left under the sun for a week and splattered across the pavement by a car going over the speed limit, covering all the streets and nearby houses in disgusting fluids of varying shades of green and brown. Like if the bag was a midpoint and digest the food leftovers inside, those eyes. That meant he was not very excited about engaging with someone like me. No, it's okay. He was kind, very kind, but not stupid. He knew he deserved better than just plain old little me. Someone with less issues. Oh no, this was a while ago. We were in high school. I just think we were mature enough. Maybe you are right. I was just a stupid, wishful child, brain-dead idiot for thinking that. Maybe he thought the same. No, college was grim, for me at least. I was too stupid to keep up with all the classes of the profession my parents picked for me, so I was always stressed. I know, they were paying for my food and roof, and I was an ungrateful little parasite who was complaining about how hard my only responsibility was. Enough about that. Bad thoughts are too strong when I think of college. Let's change the subject abruptly, my lovely neighbor. Anything, really. Like, how's your mother been lately? Great. That is great. Mine does not talk to me that much anymore. No apparent reason, just that she does not have any good reason to keep in contact with me. What would she win out of it? I am just her daughter, after all. Why are you so silent, my lovely neighbor? Am I making you feel uncomfortable with my constant noisy chatting? I can just shut up. Just tell me to shut my mouth. Oh, thank you. You are my only source of comfort, after all, so I truly appreciate your willingness to listen to my noisy and annoying rants every now and then. You know, you would be a great father. Have you ever thought about that? Oh, I also don't really want kids. Such a coincidence. Yeah, it's not like they do anything for you anyways, and of course the constant crying when they're babies would make anyone crazy. It's not like it's worth it when you give them a hug, or they finally mutter the first mom. And obviously it's not worth it just because you have something that gives you the motivation to keep going and makes your life feel more fulfilled, and makes your heart feel finally whole, and makes your family see you as less of a failure, and you have your own family to hold you when the rest of the world abandons you. But no, kids are terrible with their whole asking you to buy them things and such, right? Good. We're on the same page. So, well, what about marriage? You don't really want kids, but what about marriage? Yeah, I mean, if a woman around your age that maybe lives close by were to just hypothetically fall in love with you and confess, like one of those Christmas movies with you slowly falling in love and then maybe getting angry for some misunderstanding, and then showing a romantic display of love during Christmas Eve under the snow, and you hold her and kiss her, sorry, my tongue. uh, what was I saying? Yes, movie-like romance. And then, after a rational and well-adjusted, sane amount of person time to which society agrees is normal to ask for the hand of the person you love in marriage, she, the hypothetical person, were to ask you to marry her, while wearing a beautiful dress with nice shoes and her hair in a style you found attractive, and kneeling in front of you in the middle of a street or a nice restaurant. Depends on what the evening feels like. The general vibe and stuff. And she says, "Would you make me the happiest woman in the world and take me as your wife?" How would you respond to that hypothetical scenario? Oh, so you're open to the idea of marriage? That's good. Oh, it's good, no apparent immediate reason, I just think it's good. Well, because I love the concept of marriage, that's all. Two people that love each other, celebrating their love, uniting their lives forever, in a perfect world of light and dreams made true. Safe from the endless sea of pain and loneliness and the dread of living knowing you're not important enough for anyone in the world, and that after you die, the only emotions your absence will sprout in the hearts of anyone who ever interacted with you will be a mild discomfort. Not for your particular death, but for a reminder of their own mortality, and maybe just a feeling of content as they look at your cold, lonely corpse and think in the depths of what never comes out of their mouths. Even with all the difficulties of life, at least I'm not her. At least I'm not alone. Yeah, silly thoughts, just random silly thoughts that sometimes pop in the back of my head. Silly things, meaningless. Never could I take them as serious as possible portrayal of my own future. That would be too paranoid, neurotic, and nobody loves a neurotic woman. Not even she could love herself. Anyways, any plans for Christmas, neighbor? Alone? Huh. Well, I know this can sound like I'm kind of overstepping my boundaries. You are kind of tolerating me, so I shouldn't ask for much more, but maybe just for the sake of not being alone, you might want to come over to... Sorry, my throat feels like someone is choking me. Come over to my place for Christmas. During the night? Alone? Sorry, I phrased it weird, didn't I? I'm a human being. Just because of genetics, I lack the qualities of one, I swear. I wanted to say, even if it's just the two of us, it's better than being alone, don't you think? Because that night is special. It's Christmas. It's a time of love and closeness, and nobody should be alone during that special time. For 3 years in a row, eating turkey alone in a dark room while crying and watching movies about people who are happy while cursing oneself. Oh, magnificent! So you will come, right? No, don't invite anyone else. I mean, yeah, Christmas party sounds lovely, but I'm too introverted. And people get easily annoyed by my presence, so it's better to just keep it between us, since you tolerate me. No, people would not like me if they get to know me. If the idea of being alone with me on Christmas is so dreadful for you, we can cancel, and you can spend with your multiple friends that make you much happier than I ever could. Why would you think it's a good opportunity to make more friends? Why would such a special night be wasted on that? Sorry. Yes, you are being considerate and attentive. It's one of your many qualities. But I might not be able to fight back the thought of you just hating being alone with me so much that you want to bring your friends as a sacrifice to keep them keeping me busy instead of bothering you. It's a powerful thought, one that will make me think darker things. You are petting me. No, I'm not offended by any means. Please continue. What do you mean it was just a reflex? Do it again. It's okay. I don't mind. No, please. Just do it once more. A second more. Please? Please? I will do anything for you. Just please give me affection. Oh, sorry, that was... I lost my cool a bit. Sorry. No, everything is okay. Sorry for that. So, you want to come over alone to my home for Christmas, or what? Great. I love you. I love this season, the holidays, Christmas, not you. Well, I do love you, but in a friendly, neighbor's way, of course. Unless you want me to love you romantically, in which case I do. Not just joking. Please don't feel grossed out. What? What the hell did you just say? You do. Like me to like you romantically. Why? You like me?